Hi, Ecamm community. My name is Matt Victor, and yeah, today I thought I'd give you a short tutorial. It's my first tutorial actually on how to add a widget overlay to Ecamm and what exactly are widgets and how could they bring some positive effect to your stream. Because I was actually I read through the manual and all that stuff, and I looked up on Facebook, but there were not too many. Actually, I couldn't find any tutorial, and a lot of people were left with an open question. So I just thought, okay, I'm just gonna try and give you a tutorial and show you how I implemented them into my stream. Now, basically, you can see my Twitch layout that I use. I use Twitch once in a while for, yeah, I wouldn't say for gaming, but for just chatting and interacting with the Twitch community. And widgets are basically animated transparent overlays that usually contain of an animated GIF and some kind of sound effect playing in the background. And Ecamm Live suggests to use Streamlabs because that's a good way to start off with, right? And I wanted to show you how to bring a widget that you create in Streamlabs onto your stream and how to play around with it and just the whole meaning of this widget things, right? So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and if you have any further questions, just feel free to comment and ask me afterwards. All right, so the first thing you need to do is you need to open up the streamlabs.com website in your web browser in Safari, right? Of course, when you're using a Mac, which I suppose when you're working with Ecamm. And basically next to this Prime option, which you don't need, right? You don't have to sign up for a subscription to be able to do this. You can log in, right? Now, when you log in, it's going to ask you for your Twitch account, your YouTube account, or your Facebook account. Now, I've been using it with Twitch. I haven't used it with YouTube yet. That's going to be the next step. But I could imagine that the layout and all the options and features are pretty similar. Okay, so we're just going to do it with the Twitch account right now that you can see the basic functions. Now, of course, it's going to connect you with your certain account. Now it's, yeah, you have to question that yourself. Are you willing to put in your login credentials or whatever? I know that a lot of people or millions of users use this on Twitch, so I just decided why not. All right, so let me click onto Twitch, and then it's going to ask for my login credentials. And you can see here, the first alert is already popping in. Okay, I'm automatically logged in. It would normally, if I would be logged out, it would ask me for a special verification code, which you receive in your emails or so, or whatever on your Google Mail account or whatever that you'd have to type in, and then it would put you to this following page. Now, this looks like a lot, right? But it's not so super difficult because I'm just really going to show you the widgets things today, right? And to the left, you'll see a button called, or a link called All Widgets, and if you click onto that, you'll see alert box, chat box, event list, donation goal, etc. Now I'm just going to click on, I'm going to show you the alert box, because once again, a widget is some kind of thing that happens on your stream interactively if a user or a viewer does some kind of an action. So like on Twitch, for example, someone could subscribe to your channel, or someone could donate money to your channel, or could follow your channel. That's the first step. You want to get a lot of followers on Twitch, and then an automatic alert would play in the background. And with Streamlabs, you can set the settings for this specific alert, and basically you copy a URL, and this is the URL Ecamm Live is looking for. Because Ecamm Live, I mean, the backend is basically Streamlabs, and Ecamm Live will then, if it's connected with this link, bring it live onto your stream. So that's what they mean with a URL. So if I click onto alert box, I said, guys, this is my first tutorial. I'm just trying to practice my experience a little bit. If you click onto alert box, you will see basically alerts that are possible with Twitch. If I click onto global event types, you'll see the different things that normally happen on Twitch. So that someone donates or buys a piece of merch, Cloudbot redemption, Prime subscription gift, Twitch follow, Twitch sub, someone hosts you. Yeah, these are all things that happen on Twitch. Let's have a look, for example, Twitch follow. All right, this is the most common thing. You start with your new channel on Twitch and you want as many followers as possible. So if I click onto Twitch follow, then you'll see this is my my area basically where I can, create settings, or basically I design my own widget in this field. So, this green rectangle has nothing to do that it's going to be green or something on your stream. This is a transparent background, and everything you see on this green, they just use the color green that you have a good contrast to see how your widgets is going to look like afterwards. So as you see, Twitch follow. So these are different actions. Twitch follow is what we picked. And if I scroll down, you'll see general settings, and we'll look at those first. I'm not going to go through all of these. I would just suggest you guys log in, and then you'll find that out on your own, and you have to play around with it. That's how I did it. But basically, the layout just describes where's the text. Is it below your animated GIF? Is it shown as a banner, or is it right next to your animated GIF? Then down here, and this is pretty much the most important one, you can select an image. And the good thing is, and that's what I like, you can create your own animated GIF. So I used my logo and add that as your personal alert, right? You can buy a lot of pre-designed alerts and all that stuff in a kind of a package, but I just, if you like to work a little bit on graphics, it's super simple. I'll show you at the end of this tutorial basically how to create an animated GIF with Keynote. Super simple, and these you could use as your image for your alert, for your widget, for your follow widget. And then down here, you have the sound file, which you can pick. So you can add any kind of MP3 file or short sound file that you want to combine with your widget. So if I go up here and I just click send test, this is what happens. So you can see the top right of my stream right now, my widget is flying in with the party horn. I just picked that one as an example, and in the green rectangle it displays it once again, that you can see if there's any kind of typo or something that you don't like on your widget. Now over here you can choose the font size. So these are all settings of whatever the font that you're using. You can the font family, the size and the family, the font color, then that would be white in my case, and then the follow is kind of like a light purple because that just fits my stream design. And if you scroll down, you'll find different animations like zooming in and zooming out, or fading out is what I have, but play around. There's several different animation possibilities. It just has to do with what is your widget going to do, right? It's going to zoom in and then it's going to fade out. Then the text animation, that means when it says like Matson86 is now following, I have bouncing. You can just play around and find out whatever fits you best, right? So that's, as I said, playing around with this thing. Now, the important thing is on top, right? So to the left, you have Twitch follow, Twitch sub, Twitch host, and so on. And I'm sure if you log on to YouTube, you'll have something like super chat or follow or something like that, or subscribes, where you can do the same kind of thing. Now, on top of this whole thing, you'll see where it says add alert box to your stream. And this is very important because this is the link that Ecamm Live needs to your backend alert or backend widget, that it can basically be brought on stream. So all you have to do is just click copy URL, right? And it says alert box URL has been copied. And then what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to move back to Ecamm Live. And basically now you don't see anything on my stream because I'm just showing a kind of a tutorial, but this is the overlay, new widget. You click onto that and then you paste the widget URL right into here. And then you could, whatever display name, you could say this is my alert box, because alert box means all of the alerts. So subscriptions, follows, donations and stuff, that all comes through an alert box. And this alert box, when you're live streaming, shows you, hey, whatever, user 123 has subscribed, user 123 donated something, and so on. So then you can kind of easily interact. And then on the other hand, it's also interactive. So that means, let's say you have a funny sound in the background or a funny video playing. A lot of people might use that and say, hey, you know what? I want to see that one more time. And then they'll just click that follow button. That's why alerts are actually pretty cool. And that's how you kind of get more attraction on your stream, especially for Twitch. Now, below here, you have the options to set the size of your widget. So it's 800 by 450. and a certain frame rate. And Ecamm Live suggests, of obviously depending on your computer and what kind of Mac you have, not to add two or three more, not more than 2 or 3 widgets. Yeah, just keep in mind, the more action you got on your stream, the more, or the louder your processor is going to get, and so on. And yeah, frame rate 15 frames per second or 30. I mean, the higher you select, the more basically power it's going to need, right? And then you just click add widget overlay. So I've done that beforehand, and then over here you'll see my event manager, and what we just had a look at was my alert box, and that's right here. So I positioned that right there. And if you want to try it out again because you think, hey, the size doesn't fit quite well, you have to make sure you're logged onto Streamlabs, and then I'll just click that send test button one more time, and let's see if this works. I'll click that send test button one more time. You'll see the size, right? And that's basically what you want to see. All right. Okay. Now back onto Ecamm. So that's how you add a widget, right? That's super simple. And yeah, I'm sure that you could find those options for YouTube or Facebook Live. I'm not 100% sure. I don't use Facebook Live, but that's how it works with Twitch. So subscriptions, donations, all that kind of stuff, you can interact. I hope this is understandable for you guys and what a widget basically is. And now I'd like to show you how you can create a widget in a few minutes and bring that onto your, or upload that to your Streamlabs account that you can, yeah, personalize it. Now, to create your own personal widget, what I would suggest is that you basically use Keynote, because it's, you know, pre-installed software. And then we'll move over to Keynote, and yeah, you just pick basically, I'm using it in German. I live in Germany, so, and then I'll just delete all of this, and then the pre-settings over here you would do in document, and then you would just go down to 16 by own size. That's what it's probably called in English. And then I just add like 200 by 200, so keep it as small as possible, right? Now, and then I think that's the smallest format you can choose. The other basic settings, so first of all, you have to change the size, and then yeah, delete the text that's kind of pre-entered, and then you have to make sure that the background color is set to none, which you can do over here, no background color. So now it's still black, but it's transparent basically. So the next thing you would have to do is you would have to add some kind of an image, right? Now this could be your logo, this could be anything that you want, but it has to be a PNG file and has to have a transparent background, because otherwise this whole thing won't work. So I just added my example, a hot chili pepper, and I'm just gonna put this on top here. And this is, once again, I gotta set the background setting to transparent color, and I'm using 200 by 200. Now then, I mean, all you have to do is basically set an animation on top of this, and Keynote basically has several types of animations, and I'm just going to use, this is a super easy example, the flame with this hot chili pepper, and yeah, then over here you can set the duration of the flame. Let's say this is a bit too long, let's do 1.5 seconds, and then try it out again. There you go, it's quicker. And then whatever I wanted to afterwards, let's say whatever, that's maybe a bit too much, I wouldn't do that. No, it's fine. Let's just go with the flame. You got to play around, whatever you guys want to do. I mean, that's, once again, it's super simple. I mean, you can really create some cool animations. Like a Superman flying, all that stuff. If someone's interested on how to really create cool animated GIFs with Keynote, just let me know, drop a comment. I'll do another tutorial on that, right? So this is all I need right now, right? I'll just make this a little bit bigger right now, and I'll just place this over here. And then I'm going to save this, obviously, as an animated GIF. Pre-settings are okay. And I'll just throw this into Hot Pepper, my Cheers folder. So that's kind of like my cheering alert, right? So as soon as that's finished, I'll just close Keynote, just go back onto Streamlabs. Now, if I go down here, as I said, I have Twitch follow. Here, image. If I click onto that plus icon, I can upload here, drag and drop upload this pepper. So now you can see I've uploaded it to my Twitch gallery, and I'll be Twitch gallery to my Streamlabs gallery, and I can select that, and now basically save settings, and now the hot pepper is basically my background. So if I send a test, this is what's going to happen. Now, as you can see, the pepper is a bit too small, so you could, play around with it a little bit. But that's how simple it works. So you create your own animated GIF with Keynote, upload it onto Streamlabs, and then you can just, as I said, do whatever you want to, any kind of animation you would like to, or you prefer. Yeah, you could add. So that's basically it, right? And then you can, once again, you copy that URL, do it one more time, and then you go over into your Ecamm, and then you just basically click onto that new widget icon. You post that widget URL, and then as soon as you go live and that happens, Twitch is, your Twitch account is connected to Streamlabs. So if someone follows, then you'll see that action happening on your stream. All right. That's how simple it works. Okay, so welcome back. This is how my Twitch stream normally looks like, right? So basically when I'm running on Twitch, for example, this is what my audience sees, and it's a kind of just chatting channel. So I sit there, basically listen to music with them, and we talk and interact in the chat. So once again, I'm just going to show you how this looks. I'm using the hot pepper, for example, that we just created, and this is how it would look like when I test it on stream. So if I send a test, I should normally be able to see this right now. There you go. So you can see the hot pepper. You see I'm not happy with it, so I could play around with it, pull it down a bit, change the size. The pepper is too small. That was just a quick example. But if I, for example, click on to Twitch subscribe, I'll just send a test here. This is how it looks like. Once again, you have to play around a little bit with the font size, make it a bit smaller, whatever. But that's what happens when you're streaming on Twitch and someone would follow you or subscribe, or for example, someone would donate bits, which is some kind of currency that they use, but at the beginning you won't be able to receive bits. You have to reach a certain status. Then you could add different look, gold coins in the background, for example. Different animations, whatever you prefer. So basically, this is my alert box, which I can change right now. I should put this as a top overlay. Makes a lot more sense. And then if I just play this one more time, it's on top of my kind of top border, and then it makes a lot more sense. So this is how it would look like. I hope this is pretty cool. I hope this was helpful. As I said, if you log onto your YouTube account, I'm sure you'll be able to bring that in as well. Some kind of, I YouTube as well. This is just my, but not so super often, just my Twitch account. I just wanted to kind of show the community what isn't a widget, and what does Ecamm mean by using Streamlabs. So I hope you enjoyed this whole tutorial. It was my first one. I know there's a few mistakes, but I think I was able to clarify a few questions. If you guys want more information, or if you have a few questions, please feel free to contact me. And thank you so much. Have a great day, Ecamm community, and all the best. Stay healthy out there. Bye-bye. Thank you.